Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Hello, Pat. We are ready for all of you today. It's going to be a good one here in the heart of the 618. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show without a migraine. I just have a headache now, so life's pretty good. Hey, we had a lot of fun over on Friday. Was able to go up to Arlington and play a little bit of golf there with Andrew Ambrose and a little bit of the Rotary Club up there, and just had a great day and got back down here, played Brian Trust's show, which did awesome. And Poor Decisions open now. Make sure you stop by and see Brian Trust and make sure you tell him CJ sent you over their way. But man, we got a great show. We are full of guests all week. We're going to be talking to Steve and Greg in just about, I don't know, 18 minutes, but who's counting? They're going to be filling us in on the Alton Halloween preview. Really excited to get them in the studio and get the latest so you can get all of the details ahead of time and get ready for one of Alton's biggest days of the year with that Halloween parade, and we'll give you broadcast details and all that good stuff. Then at 10:10, we're talking to Grid Solar. They're going to be filling us in on the latest from the solar industry. I love talking to those guys. Jason and Ryan are just really great people, and what I like is, you know, they aren't selling anybody. They're just coming in to educate, and I really appreciate it. And then at 10:35, we're talking to Joanne from the Small Business Development Center for the Metro East at SIUE. Really excited to get her insights. They have that small business competition that's now into round 2. Andrew Ambrose, who I was playing golf with, was talking about that on Friday, how they had to start their judging for the round 2 period. So we'll be talking about that, plus upcoming opportunities for small business owners and individuals interested in starting that small business and pursuing their American dream by upcoming webinars and some really great learning opportunities. All that comes down the pipeline today. But at 9:03 on this 14th day of October, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and over 70,000 people that just get an email called Around the Riverbend at 7:30. This has your daily dose of local news, local sports, plus with our partnership with the Associated Press, national and statewide news, all at the touch of a button. All you have to do is put your email address into that sign up button. It's free, and you're taken care of from your #1 source of everything local. We'll take you to East St. Louis first in serious news. A 33-year-old woman from East St. Louis, Hazel R. Jamerson, is now facing multiple charges after allegedly driving under the influence with a 6-year-old passenger. The incident occurred on May the 15th when Jamerson reportedly drove a Chevrolet Impala on North Bluff Road in Collinsville while her driving privileges were revoked due to previous DUI offenses. She has been charged with aggravated driving under the influence, which is a Class 4 felony, and endangering the life and health of a child, a Class A misdemeanor. A judge granted Jamerson pretrial release, and charges are based upon probable cause. Also in the news this morning, the Granite City Police Department responded to a mental health crisis involving a male who had barricaded himself inside a residence with a weapon. After establishing a perimeter and evacuating nearby homes, officers attempted to communicate with the individual, but were met with resistance. Following unsuccessful efforts to subdue the individual, police broke windows and deployed pepper balls in an attempt to encourage his exit. After several hours, officers entered the home and were able to take the individual into custody without injuries. He was then transported to a local medical facility for necessary assistance, and we will bring you details if any more do get released, but just glad the individual and all individuals involved were able to end the situation without injuries. Also in the news, Edwardsville Assistant City Engineer David Serco has announced that road improvements for Berkshire Drive, Gloucester Drive and Nottingham Drive, Surrey Drive, and Surrey Court are set to begin October the 15th. That's tomorrow, pending any weather conditions. Christ Brothers Asphalt will carry out the project, which is expected to last about 2 weeks. Local access will be maintained, but residents are advised against parking on the roads due to minimize all the delays. Serco emphasized that while residents will have access to their properties, they may need to use alternate routes at times. For inquiries or more questions, you can contact the Edwardsville Public Works Department for more details. Also in the news today, during a recent meet and greet event on October the 10th, Alton mayoral candidate Ray Strabel, current 3rd Ward alderman, shared his vision for the city with community leaders. Currently serving as that alderman for the 3rd Ward, Strabel emphasized the need for government reform and revitalization to combat Alton's population decline. He proposed restructuring the city council to enhance collaboration among aldermen and community leaders. Strabel advocated for investing in neighborhoods, public safety, and infrastructure to attract new residents and support small businesses. Attendees expressed interest in his plans, highlighting a desire for a visionary leadership in the upcoming election. And we'll keep you updated as we get closer and closer to the 2025 consolidated election, as we still have a couple of more weeks until the general election takes place, and we will be live on the air that night on November the 5th as we bring you those general election results, and we'll be there on April the 1st for the 2025 election as well. In regional news, the St. Louis County Police Department is investigating a violent incident that occurred on September the 26th, urging anyone with information to contact them. On October the 4th, the prosecuting attorney's office issued sealed warrants for 3 suspects: Matthew Delvin, 39, Donnie Hurley, II, 42 years of age, and Garrett Gibbs, 23 years of age, all on serious charges, including assault in the first degree, kidnapping in the first degree. The incident began with a verbal altercation involving an off-duty police officer and escalated into a physical assault with racial slurs and choking. The investigation is continuing as the suspects remain in custody with significant bonds. Also in the news today at 9:08, the Internet Archive, renowned for its Wayback Machine, has faced a significant data breach this past week, compromising around 31 million users. Founder Brewster Kahl announced the incident on X, revealing that a cyber attack occurred on October the 10th, rendered the site inaccessible. Comprised data includes usernames, emails, encrypted passwords, and more. Services were halted as the organization upgraded its internal systems to ensure user safety. Users were alerted when a message appeared on the site referencing the breach and its implications. Though a timeline for restoration was unclear, the Internet Archive is prioritizing these enhancements to prevent future attacks, but 31 million users were affected in that Internet Archive data breach. At 9:09, that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. Stay up to date in real time all the time by signing up for your SMS notifications by going to RiverBender.com and typing RB to that number that's right there on the home screen, which is 618-202-4618. Let's take a look at weather at 9:09. It's 47 degrees, and man, it feels beautiful out there. It feels like 47. Humidity at 69%. And then today, sunny to partly cloudy and cooler. Tonight, partly cloudy. Air quality right now at 41, which is, it's good. Grass is low, mold is low, ragweed's low, tree levels are low, and the UV index is moderate today. Temperatures for the next 5 days are just going to be beautiful. But coming up tomorrow, get a load of this. Hey, temperatures will reach 61 degrees today. They'll drop down to 43. But on Tuesday, a high of only 59 degrees, a low of 32 is what we're calling for. On Wednesday, a high of 61, a low of 37 degrees. On Thursday, a high of 65, a low of 40. And on Friday, a high of 70 and a low of 44 degrees. That's a look at the next 5 days. And here's a look again at what's happening now. At 9:10, it's 47 degrees. It feels like 47 out there. Humidity at 69%, and the sun will set at 6:23 today. When the clock hits noon today, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy, and it won't be that warm at all. And tonight, it'll just be partly cloudy, and honestly, it'll be cold. Call 618-465-4545 to stay up to date in real time all the time, or you can just go to the website, RiverBender.com/weather. Hey, while I have you, get ready for Village Dispensary's Fall Festival coming down the pipeline on October the 26th. So many people excited about that one. And going to be a great event. You know, Village Dispensary is all about giving back, and I think it's such a great thing to do. And especially with this Fall Festival, there's such a great community portion about this event that I just wanted to share with you. You know, there's going to be sales all day on October the 26th from 12 to 5. But, you know, there's going to be a costume contest. But the big thing, too, is the Feed Your Neighbor food drive, which I think's great. Bring in a bag of non-perishable food items for a discount on your purchase, and they benefit our local food pantries. You can do this all the way up until November the 26th, I believe. They'll be back on here in a couple of weeks to give us that final date. But that Feed Your Neighbor food drive is on, and it will be ongoing during that Village Fall Bash for a cause. Sales all day, cultivator pop-ups, costume contests, local vendors, fall-inspired booths, promotions. I'm telling you what. Normally in fall, you start smelling those leaves burning, but there's going to be something else burning in Godfrey on October the 26th from 12 to 5. And no, it's not that. It's good vibes burning in the atmosphere. Get your mind out of the gutter. At 9:12, make sure you stop by Village Dispensary on the 26th of October. That's a Saturday, but we got a long time until then. We got 12 days, so you got to place your order now. You got to get through. And you get through by going to villagedispo.com, and you see that inventory that makes Cheech and Chong jealous and Snoop Dogg blush. And when you stop in, don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way, because, as always, it's a joint effort. 9:13, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with Steve and Greg and more of our daily show. But first, downtown Alton.
Everything is all right. Uptight, out of sight.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1,000,000. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Maybe I'm afraid of the way I leave you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you help me sing my song.
All right, welcome back. Hey, before we talk to... That's enough of you, Paul McCartney.
Maybe I'm
Whenever, we got a couple of minutes before we talk to Steve and Greg. So while I have you, let me fill you in on the go guide to your Halloween fun. Little monsters love trick-or-treating, and we have the perfect guide for all the best stops in the Riverbend region. Whether you're looking for that traditional community trick-or-treating or fun new trunk-or-treating, there's a ton of new opportunities throughout the month of October for all that fall fun. If you have a Halloween event you'd like to include in the list, you can email news@RiverBender, or why don't you do this? Why don't you spice it up? Why don't you promote it with me, yours truly, CJ@RiverBender.com, and we will make sure the region sees it. We have fun with these event promotions, and we do a pretty good job with them. If you haven't tried one out yet, what's holding you back? We'll do better than Facebook, guaranteed. Hey, community trick-or-treating takes place Friday, October the 25th in Belleville from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. It also takes place on Friday, October the 25th from 6 to 9 p.m. in Brighton. On Wednesday, October the 30th, Alton takes place from 6 to 8 p.m., Bethalto 6 to 9, East Alton 6 to 8, Edwardsville 12 to 9 p.m., Godfrey 6 to 8, Grafton 6 to 8 p.m., Hartford 6 to 8 p.m., South Roxana 6 to 8 p.m., and Wood River from 6 to 8 p.m. On Thursday, October the 31st, Alton does have its continuation of trick-or-treating from 6 to 8 p.m., so does Bethalto 6 to 9, Collinsville 6 to 9, East Alton 6 to 8, Edwardsville 12 to 9 p.m., Godfrey 6 to 8 p.m., Granite City 6 to 9 p.m., Hartford 6 to 8 p.m., Jerseyville takes place from 5 to 9 p.m. in Jerseyville on October 31st. Roxana has their trick-or-treating from 6 to 8 p.m., South Roxana 6 to 8 p.m., and Wood River 6 to 8 p.m. as well. Trunk-or-treating events take place on Thursday, October the 17th at Alton Apartments 4U in Alton. You can get more information by going to the Go Guide for the Halloween events, and you can click on the link. The Village of East Alton Trunk or Treat takes place October the 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Kiesler Complex in East Alton. Country Vibes Trunk or Treat takes place Friday the 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Country Vibes Vendors and More in Bunker Hill. The Happy Hour Barber Stop Trunk or Treat takes place on October the 19th at Happy Hour Barber Stop in Godfrey from 5 to 7 p.m. Dream Home Realty Center Trunk or Treat takes place Wednesday, October the 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. The Alton Police Department Trunk or Treat takes place on October the 26th from 12 to 2 at the Alton Police Department. The Franklin Lodge number 25 annual Trunk or Treat takes place on October the 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. And don't forget that downtown Wood River has their Halloween trick-or-treating event on October the 22nd. RiverBender.com will be on hand on that event, and we'll be live. I'm excited to bring you the sights and sounds of that broadcast and going into Wood River. That is going to be on October the 22nd at 5 p.m. You can stay up to date by going to Wood River Main Street's Facebook. Plus, the final trunk or treat that we have for you is at Life Point Church. on October the 27th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. There's a ton more happening in the Riverbend. Our event calendar has just been jam-packed, and I'm proud of it. We're doing a good job. And hey, like I said, there's so many people that are on RiverBender.com, and I'm not saying this to sell you. I'm just telling this to you as a friend. It's a great way for the community to know about your event. Plus, it's a great way to see what events are going on before you plan yours, okay? Because a lot of the time, and this is just my experience managing the community calendar, a lot of events, if they were just separated by one day, could probably do a little bit better, and it's because you don't realize that other things are going on, but it's a great way to kind of gauge out when you plan your event, what's going on, plus to promote it and make sure that you're on our Facebook page, our website, our email update. There's a ton of great stuff with that event promotion package. CJ at RiverBender.com, but if you just want the news team to add this to your to the Go Guide, just send it to news at Riverbender and we'll take care of it too. Hey, before I take a quick break, so I've been really good. I remember I was talking to Sydney on Thursday about these Halloween movies, and she hasn't watched Halloween yet. I'm telling you what, I have really mastered this. Before we, take a break and talk to Steve and Greg and company, it's been really cool. So I had a couple of hours on Sunday after the Porch Cafe Music Festival in honor of Bud Summers, which, by the way, those guys blew it out of the water with that music festival. Everybody that was playing sounded fantastic. Porch Cafe sounded great. We got a couple of write-ups that are coming down the pipeline on the participants and just the music festival in general. We were so excited to be a part of it, and next year, hopefully we can bring that broadcast out. But man, there was so much happening that really made that hard, and especially with those wind gusts. Oh my goodness. I had to put on those cement, cinder blocks just so I didn't blow on the 270. It's terrible. Hey, but really wanted to give Porch Cafe and all the participants of the Porch Cafe Music Festival in honor of Bud Summers a big shout out. You guys did a great job. The Alton Amphitheater Commission was out there too, and just really cool to see the community coming together in honor of a great guy, and just hearing some great music being played too. Really a great Sunday. But afterwards, I got home and I had a couple of hours. So I decided I'm going to watch some more Halloween movies. I told you guys, I've been doing really good with these. I've watched pretty much all the Michael Myers and stuff. I watched Insidious, okay? Not for me. I'm just going to tell you that now. I even had the dog with me, and I was terrified. I think that's why I'm a little shell-shocked today, to be honest with you. I cannot do this to myself anymore. When you're a kid, and we were talking, Chucky's a funny movie because you're going, why haven't you kicked this doll in the head? And honestly, some of the Texas Chainsaw movies are kind of, they're more humorous to me than anything because there's always ways that you can beat the bad guy. But Michael Myers and Insidious are something different. You can't beat these people. You just hope for the best, And then your brain starts going. It turns out to be 1:45 in the morning, and you're going, you got a show to do tomorrow, CJ. What are you going to do? You got Steve and Greg outside. It's time to take a quick break. But before I do, hey, Alton Little Theater has Rocky Horror, the show, getting ready to take place. And, man, they got a lot of people that are excited about this one. We posted on our Facebook page, and all of you went nuts over this, and I can see why. What I think's really cool about the Rocky Horror show that's taking place at Alton Little Theater is that you can win an autographed picture by Tim Curry, the one and only. They're holding this raffle, and tickets are just $5, so you can enter as many times as you want to improve your chances. The winner will be announced at their intermission on their only matinee viewing of the Rocky Horror show on November the 3rd. Raffle tickets may be purchased at any Alton Little Theater show date or during box office hours. You can also call 618-462-3205 for more information. You don't need to be present to win, but why not stop back in if you've already seen the show, see it during a matinee, and have some fun, and just enjoy it. You can also go to altonlittletheater.org. Hey, the show takes place October the 25th, October 26th, and 27th on evenings at 7:30 p.m. That big midnight showing on October 31st, Halloween night at 12 a.m. This is going to be fun. Plus, more evening shows November the 1st and the 2nd at 7:30 p.m., plus a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. where you can see if you won that autographed photo of Tim Curry. This kooky, hilarious, sexy fan favorite will make its first appearance to the theater during its 91st year, and you are invited, but you better get your tickets now because they are going quick. You can get your tickets by going to altonlittletheater.org. That's altonlittletheater.org, or call 618-462-3205. We'll take a quick break, and it's time to preview the Alton Halloween Parade right after this on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome into our daily show. You can pull that as close as you want. There's a lot of line to that. 9:28, little bit of change, and coming down the pipeline in just a couple of days. We are almost here. The Halloween Parade, my friends. How are we doing today?
Good, yourself? We're doing great. Thanks for having us.
Steve and Greg are in the studio, and that means it's time to talk. How 126 this year?
No, 107.
Oh, 107. What did I get 126 at?
I have no idea.
I'm just testing you. I'm just testing you.
You're a little ahead of the time.
106 this year, and just excited again. 107 this year. Sorry, Steve. 107 this year, and I'm really excited about it because every time it's just great to see the community come together and just being a part of the parade, to see the sights and sounds and really how all of the floats and participants evolve each and every year. Because you'll get folks that have been there for years, and it changes each and every year, and it makes it fun and exciting. Plus, the families go into their traditional spots too.
Absolutely, and it's really hard to believe the year has gone by. It seems like yesterday when we were here talking about it last year.
Yeah.
So this is the 107th, and you're right. I mean, it's every single time you go down there and see the parade, something new is always down there.
Well, and honestly, what's the association looking like right now just ahead of the parade? Is it one of those things where you're just looking at the eye of the storm and you're ready to tackle it? Or is it such a machine at this point that it's just, a normal Monday a couple of weeks out?
Well, we start actually back in July when we start planning it. We actually have meetings in March. Excuse me, in September, not March.
It's
March
a-
It's for the Memorial Day parade.
Memorial Day parade.
September for
It's a
Halloween.
long
Get that
Monday.
mixed up.
Yeah,
That's a long Monday.
Lots of parades.
But we actually start meeting on a regular basis in early September. And we've had a great committee. We've had it for years. And everyone pretty well knows what their job is. And so all we really have to do is get the applications out and put them together. And everyone knows just exactly who to call and what to do. And it runs like a machine.
Absolutely. And we were talking, Steve, the other day in the office, and I heard that, Greg, you are now looking to man the fort here next year.
Attempt to.
And honestly, what is your kind of thought about that? Because to me, I always think a little bit deeper about it because it's such a historic parade, and there's so many lineages behind it and so many traditions. It's got to be a really great feeling, to kind of have that responsibility with East End, behind you too.
Absolutely, but like Steve said, it's a pretty well-oiled machine right now. Our communications are primarily through email. Alton Halloween Parade at gmail.com is our email address if anybody's interested in reaching out and asking about questions on entry to the parade. But like Steve said, we've got a great group of people forming a committee, and it's things progress and it happens.
Have you given them good pointers yet, Steve?
Oh gosh.
I'm not going to say a word.
So,
And I don't think Steve's ever going to back out of
No,
this totally. No,
no.
that's not in his nature.
No, I that's what I was thinking about whenever we were talking on the other day. I thought, there's no way, Steve, you're going to be a part of it still.
I'm going to be part of it. It's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I look forward to it every year.
How long have you been with the parade now? 88, you said?
Well, it's just around 88.
Wow. It's incredible.
Now, I haven't been chairman on it since
Right.
88, but I've worked it. I don't think I've seen a full parade since 1988 because I've been working it back in staging. But it's fun.
That's really cool. Well, and we have a couple of important dates coming down the pipeline, too, that I know that it's probably good to get the word out on, and that's that participant meeting, correct?
That's right. That's going to be this next Thursday, not this. It's October 24th, 7 p.m. at the Alton Moose is going to be the participants safety meeting, where we'll discuss the route and staging lineup and where drop off is and what to expect within the parade.
Absolutely, and this is it's mandatory, correct, for the participants?
Yes.
Well, and how many do you have this year?
We're close to the mid 45. So last year we had about 37, so it's gotten bigger. I'll say there's probably going to be a few more Jeeps. There's always lots of Jeeps, which people enjoy.
Those things got crazy last year with how they're decorating them. That is pretty innovative
neat.
with the light system and the inflatables in it. That was cool.
Yeah. We're going to have some horses this year, too.
Now, how do you account for the horses? I've always been curious because I think this is going to be a great addition. Now, what type of horses are we talking here?
Oh, it's 2 entries with horses. I don't know the details on the type of horses, but I believe they'll be taking care of themselves. Actually, there's a truck running behind the horses from that group.
That's really interesting. I've always been I'm fascinated by live animals because no one talks about that whenever they talk, production. Because with 45 participants, plus you have horses a part of it, there's a lot of things that the entire association plus volunteers are, having to keep their eye out on. And what do you look for whenever we're talking about parade flow? Is there a formula that you guys have for that to make sure everything's going smoothly? Or
We do have a East End members, committee members within each section of the parade, and that try to keep the parade flowing. We do have radio cars from Lewis and Clark that are within each section that we can communicate with and try to give guidance to speed up or slow down. So I think just to keep the flow of the parade is the key to a successful parade.
And honestly, last year it flew by really in a great pace, and it was cold last year.
It was cold last year. It was cold last year. And, there are some spots where it gets a little skinny, so the floats have to slow down and watch for safety purposes. But Greg is right. I mean, we have marshals in each section, and we try to keep it going as fast as we can.
Well, another thing
Or as smooth as we can.
Well, and you guys really do that well because that's not an easy feat. Whenever you have thousands of people on both sides of the street, and then 45 participants and numerous vehicles that are a part of those 45 participants too.
Yeah.
Well, and one thing I always think is amazing is the newbies that are a part of the parade. What I'm meaning by that is the ones that haven't taken into account that you can't throw out all of your candy before you get past Wally Burger, you know?
That always happens.
We always get the question asked at the participants meeting, how much candy do you buy? And
As much as you can afford.
As much as you can afford. Yeah, that's a hard question to answer, because a lot of floats have kids and they're just tossing all the time.
Right.
And usually, they get done early, but that's part of the parade.
Well, and another thing, speaking of just some of the participants, my favorite part of the parade has become this poster, because it really means a lot for that student that gets selected, because that poster is featured in a lot of places that thousands of people are looking at, and that's
Absolutely.
a great resume builder for college to add your portfolio. And do we have a winner this year?
We do have a winner, and first of all, let me mention the graphic arts department out at Alton High. They've been making the posters for us for 20 plus years. We do have a winner. His name is Reese, and I will apologize if I mispronounce this last name, Hafferteddy. Did a great job, and we're getting them printed, and we'll have them handed out here pretty shortly.
How many entries did you all have this year to go through? Do you know?
Oh, there were around 25.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, and then Alexa Browning is the teacher, correct? That's part
Correct.
of that? I just think that's really just such a wonderful part of the whole parade, too, because, we always get excited about the 2 hours of fun that, are around us there for the parade, give or take. But the build-up for it is what I think is really exciting, too, when you have those meetings and you're seeing the kind of the gears and that machine starting to work, and then the community involvement in it's huge, too. And coming up, too, on the Halloween parade is one of everyone's favorites, and that's the Rolling Nobles, correct? Are they going to be back this
They'll
year?
be back.
There you go. Okay.
They have a standing invitation.
There you go. What time's the parade start this year? Same time?
Same time, 7 o'clock at the intersection of Washington and Broadway.
And it's on Halloween.
It's on October 31st, Halloween night.
I always have to tell people that, because I always ask, they go, when's the parade? It's on Halloween.
Yeah,
it is
it's
actually on Halloween.
It is.
And the theme is Halloween.
Well, you know,
That's right. We get that question a lot.
well, one of my favorite stories about the parade is whenever maybe it was Dr. Vest, someone had a Chucky doll that was paper mache that was like 8 feet. It was huge, and I was so enamored with it. I had to have a Chucky doll at 7 years old. So I made my parents go and find me a Chucky doll on Halloween night after the parade. And I got one, and I hung it up on my sister's door frame, so when she opened the door, he was dangling by his neck right in front of her.
Perfect.
As we're getting into the thick of this, too, Riverbender will be bringing you that coverage, too, and Joe will be with me again.
Yes.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
We have fun.
Yes.
Well, and it's really cool, too, to see, the folks that tune in, because, for some, it's maybe a little bit easier to watch at home for mobility issues or what have you, and just a way to bring a great parade to everybody, really. It's great.
Oh, absolutely. You guys do a great job on that.
Well, and thanks for letting
And we
us do it,
appreciate
too.
We
Riverbender
appreciate it
being
very
there.
much.
And now, judges this year, do we know all of them yet, or are we still in the final process of getting
We're
judges?
in the final process.
How do you pick judges? Never asked that.
Spouses?
A lot of spouses, some volunteers, some East End members, and we actually had an actual judge, retired judge last year. So not going to be able to do it this year, but hopefully in the future. So we're always looking for judges.
I wondered why no one argued last year with those. You guys got a moment to stick around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll take a quick break here at 9:38. A little bit of change. More of the Alton Halloween Parade preview right after this on this 14th day of October on Roku TV and RiverBender.com.
SIUE Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the SIUE team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
.941, welcome back. A little bit of change on this Monday morning. Starting to get the cobwebs out, you know. I've been staying at home more, Steve, but I think that's the problem. You know, I'm getting into retirement mode already.
Not quite yet.
Not yet.
You're not there yet.
I got about 80 years left to go, I think. You know, the big thing, obviously, when we're talking about the parade is the safety aspect of it. Because, you know, every year, and I'm not, you know, playing gotcha to anybody, but you see, you know, maybe some kids get a little bit too excited sometimes and want to grab all the candy and toys they can and maybe run a little bit too close to the street. What are some of the best safety tips that we can give the folks just to kind of keep everybody a little bit safer as the parade gets closer?
Yeah, I think mainly keep the kids away from the center of the street, obviously, but try to keep them close to the edge. We guide the participants to toss the candy, not into the people, and we guide that they should not use suckers as well for that purpose.
I never thought about that until you brought it up last year.
Yes.
It made so much sense.
Right,
Yes.
that could be scary, but yeah, we try to have it thrown at their feet, the candy thrown at the kids' feet, and just keep them close to the edge of the street as much as possible. We do have wheel walkers on each of the axles of the truck or the floats that are that are in the parade, and their job is to make sure nobody potentially gets near that tire and that wheel. So we've got multiple levels of safety, I think, but as Steve said earlier, some of the streets get very narrow. And right around the wedge area, please stand back.
Absolutely. And then I see people with, you know, now, I don't know when it started. Maybe it's always been that way, but with burning barrels and fire pits, is that something that's okay to do?
I'll leave that up to the city.
Okay.
It's not us.
Not being funny about it, but I saw that and I went, well, it's smart, but is that the safest thing to kind of be doing around, you know, 1,000 people?
Yeah, we don't mention that at all.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that have their same spots every year. But that's the reason why we have the participants meeting, which is always the Thursday before the parade. Mm-hmm. And we give the lineups where people are going to be located within the parade. But also go over the safety factors. As Greg mentioned, the wheel walkers are very important. We require each participant to have volunteers that will be on each axle. So if you have a trailer, you're going to have 6 wheel walkers on the vehicle, and then 1 on the trailer, 1 on each wheel. So that's a very important that we have, and then of course throwing the candy out. But that's what we talk about when we go to the participants meeting.
What?
Along your point of the fire, though, we do actually request that they have a fire extinguisher on the trailers or within the floats too. So maybe at some point, if a fire gets out of control and the onlookers, somebody in the parade can help out.
Right. Well, and honestly, that's just a good thing if you're bringing one anyway, and it is allowed. A fire extinguisher is probably definitely the smartest way to go on that. Well, another thing, when do they start closing the road for the parade? Just for the folks that are commuting that might not take that into consideration when they're trying to get where they need to go.
When we're staging, we stage between Main and Washington on Broadway. Main and Broadway is closed at 5 o'clock, and Washington and Broadway is closed at 5 o'clock. So we actually close Broadway from Main and Washington at 5 o'clock. And then the road, basically, you can still get across the bridge and go down the street. But as the parade goes, the police block that off.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Well, and see, that's what I think's great about it. It's just such a streamlined event because, not a lot of organizers can really have it to where you're really having it that interchanged where, right when you're starting to stage, that's when those processes start to take into effect. And then right when you're done, it's going back to normal very quickly.
Yes, it goes back. And this is a good time to mention the marshals.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because this year we're doing something a little bit different. We are honoring first responders, the police department, the Alton Police Department, and the Alton Fire Department.
Really cool.
And they'll be both represented by their chiefs, Chief Ford and Chief Jameson. And so, it's quite an honor to have them as
well, and honestly, just because we have a little, we're watching it all the time. They've had a very busy year, and a very busy couple of years. And the stuff that they're doing at the police department with, really growing within, and really some of the, the mental health side of things for both the officer and folks alike, and what the fire department's doing to recognize that's a great thing to do. Really is. And are the chiefs excited? Or are they going to be monitoring while they're marshaling?
Well, I'll leave that up to them. But the police department does a great job every year.
Absolutely, we coordinate very closely
and they're
with
there.
them.
That's part of the safety. As you walk down the parade, you have police officers throughout, and they do absolutely a fantastic job. And the fire department. Where would we be without the fire department? So
100%.
Yeah, we have a representation of the Alton Police Department on our committee as well. So
that's really cool.
Very well connected with them.
Really cool. And now, whenever we're talking staging, what's the setup point? What's the drop-off point? What's the safest way to do this? And just what are the rules? Because I think sometimes, just when I've witnessed it, there's some confusion that happens every year. And just to keep everyone up to date.
I like to describe it as organized confusion or organized chaos, basically. But not really. We have it marked what section we have, section A through F. And we have signs within the staging area, which is, of course, between Main and Main and Washington on Broadway. You can only get, as far as participant goes, you can only get in the parade at Main and Broadway. So you could not come in at Washington and Broadway. You have to come in to the parade staging area at Main and Broadway. We do have a drop-off spot at the Alton Police Department on Washington where parents can drop their children there. And then we have golf carts that can take them back to their cart or back to their float. We do require, if you are a parent and dropping off a child that's younger than 12 years old, someone from that organization must be at the police department to receive those kids.
Right. That makes sense. And that's just, you have to have that anymore.
Right.
That's
you
great.
have to have that.
Yeah. And, getting back into this too, what I think is great is just the wide range of organizations that you guys have out there. I mean, you guys pretty much have the gauntlet of any industry, nonprofit, neighborhood, household,
Yep,
and it's just
absolutely.
amazing. And what do you attribute that to? I mean, because not a lot of parades really have the problem you guys have, which is the amount of participants in a good way. Because this is, I mean, you look sometimes and it gets pretty light and maybe the same folks each year, but it seems like it really does grow and it's just really a unique formula.
I think because it's been around for 107 years.
Yeah.
And people have seen what the product is and they want to participate. So, we've got the senior youth, junior youth, family organizations, and commercials, and each section gets equally filled up. So,
Absolutely. And
if you build it, they will come.
That's right. Steve, what are your thoughts, man?
I think Greg hit it on the nose. Since 1916, we've had this parade, and it's gotten to be a community event. And it's fun to do. It's expected within the community, and it's one of the best things I've been involved in.
And that's what I just think is great too. Is just seeing the kind of the passing of the torch in a way, and Greg taking over as the chairman, but also just the legacy that all those other board members and East End Improvement Association members have had with their families, and the legacy that they've had with the parade too. I'm sure there's so many stories like that. Am I kind of onto something there with that? Because it just seems like that kind of generational organization.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's just
absolutely.
incredible. Well, and coming down the pipeline, too, is as we're getting in just to the kind of final moments of this conversation at 9:50 this morning, just getting into some of the parades. Are there any, or the floats? Are there anything that a float can't have? Because I know, that flame last year could have warmed up the ice caps out there. I mean, that could have been really it. And it was much needed when it was 32 degrees. But is there anything that you guys always say don't do?
There is a height restriction, obviously, for any overhead power lines and such.
Yeah, that
but
makes
that's
sense.
really the only major constraint. Just a lot of guidelines
Really?
and focused on safety, I would say.
Really cool. Now, what do you think they're going to come up with this year? Because I don't know how much more creative we can get other than fire getting shot out of dragons and.
You don't know. You won't know until you get there.
Do they ever send you like previews of it of like what's to come?
We on the application we do request a description of what their float's going to be, so that's the kind of the extent of the insight we have onto what's going to be there.
I wonder what the extended forecast is going to be. Have you taken a look at it? Have you got?
I did take a look at it. It only went through the 28th, but high 70, low of 50, 20% chance of rain. That's my prediction.
Let's hope for the
Yeah.
that would be
great.
It was cold last year.
was.
However, if it rains, it snows, the parade's going down the road.
It's like the post office. It doesn't matter what happens. We're getting this done.
If it rains or snows, it just goes a little faster.
Comfort is optional.
And then the same parade route as always, just to make sure that we. When does the parade officially end?
After the last float goes past.
No,
the,
I mean on the stop list. Is it on Pie-Sol?
It's on Piasaw around 5th or 6th Street.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Really cool, because it's always unique to see the crowd, because there's always like a break point right before the end, and then at the end there's a little bit of a crowd left too. So it's always fascinating to see that. And I'm excited. Joe and I are going to have fun, and I'm excited to see what the judges come up with on their scores. Now, real quick, how do we judge again, just for the folks that maybe don't understand and want a little bit of information ahead of time? How does the judging work?
We've got the 5 different sections within the parade: the senior youth, junior youth, organizations, family, and commercial. And each one of those sections we give away is three awards. So first, second, third place, and then we have a best overall or best in best in parade award as well.
Really cool. I'm excited. And they don't let me judge because I'm very biased all the time. Hey, guys, thanks for stopping by today. I'm excited to see you on Halloween night as we get ready for another great parade and the 107th Halloween Parade. I got a little bit ahead of myself and a little bit behind myself when we started this conversation. But the cobwebs are out at 9:53, and we're going to have a spooky night out there at Halloween night, and we'll link everything on write-ups on RiverBender.com. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Quick break. We'll come back, wrap up the 9 o'clock hour, and chat for a little bit more right after this.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1,000,000. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
She better not leave me and go after Hollywood. She got the best pudding in the neighborhood. She's my baby. She can drive a truck, she can drive a train.
Oh, welcome back. Daily Show smacking you in the nose on this Monday morning. Good to see all of you. We're going to be talking to Grid Solar in the 10 o'clock hour at 10:10, and then at 10:35, it belongs to the Small Business Development Center for the Metro East at SIUE. Wanted to fill you in that coming up today, the Great Godfrey Maze is open today for all of you that have your kiddos home for Indigenous Peoples Day and Columbus Day. 12 to 6 p.m. on October the 14th, families can enjoy the maze and activities. The maze typically open only on weekends, but for one day only, it's a fun day to be out there. It's a beautiful day. Are you kidding me? Admission to the maze costs only $7 for adults. Ages 12 and up, and $5 for kids under the age of 12. If your child is 5 and under, they get in for free. But what a great opportunity to go out there today to the Great Godfrey Maze at Glazebrook Park and enjoy a beautiful, beautiful Monday. And get out there in the maze and just have some fun. My dad took my nephews over there, and they had a great time on Friday. So I saw something from the New York Post and CNN, and I got to share this with you. Did you guys see this? Speaking of Columbus Day, if I get hit with an ad, I'm going to lose it. Thank you. Okay. The 15th century explorer, they've actually figured out his ethnicity. He was a Sephardic Jew from Western Europe. This was just about 2 days ago this story came out. Spanish scientists said on Saturday, after using DNA analysis to tackle a centuries-old mystery, several countries have argued over the origins and the final burial place of the divisive figure who led that Spanish-funded expedition from the 1490s onward, opening the way for the European conquest of the Americas. Many historians have questioned the traditional theory that Columbus came from Genoa, Italy. Other theories range from him being Spanish Jew or a Greek to a Basque or Portuguese or even British. But they have finally figured it out. I mean, to solve the mystery, researchers conducted a 22-year investigation led by forensic expert Miguel Lorente by testing tiny samples of remains buried in Seville Cathedral, long marked by authorities there as the last resting place of Columbus. Though there had been rival claims, they compared them with those of known relatives and descendants of, and their findings were announced in a documentary titled Columbus DNA, The True Origin. On Spanish national broadcaster TVE on Saturday. So around 300,000 Jews lived in Spain before the Reyes Catolicos, the Catholic monarchs, ordered the Jews and Muslims to convert to the Catholic faith or leave the country. Many settled around the world. The word Sephardic comes from Sepharad or Spain in Hebrew. That's interesting. So after analyzing 25 possible places, Laurenti said it was only possible that Columbus was born in Western Europe. On Thursday, Laurenti said that they had confirmed previous theories that the remains in the cathedral do actually belong to Columbus. And that is your kind of history tidbit of the day. It's 10 o'clock. In downtown Alton, top of the hour news next, but there you go. The origins of Christopher Columbus, as we know of right now on this 14th day of October in 2024, have been explained until the next study, takes place.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
10:03, welcome back. Daily Show on a Monday. How are you guys doing? Hey, top of the hour news hitting you in the nose, and make sure you sign up for all of your breaking news alerts. RiverBender.com is doing some great things. If you guys didn't know, we have acquired the Metro East Star and doing some more stuff in the St. Clair County region, providing that, what I think, honestly, before we do news, I think that everyone should have the right to free local news. I don't understand why it should ever be a paid-for thing. I've always said that. I think that it should be a public thing that everyone should have access to, and I'm glad that we can keep providing that with the help of our wonderful sponsors. If you guys see those folks on those display ads and those wallpapers and everything else you see on Riverbender, realize that their contribution allows us to provide this service to all of the Metro East for free, and that's one of the big incentives right now over here at Riverbender, is that you don't get that paywall, you don't get nothing other than your daily dose of local everything. 10:04 will take you to East St. Louis first. A 33-year-old woman from East St. Louis, Hazel R. Jamerson, is now facing multiple charges after allegedly driving under the influence with a 6-year-old passenger. Here's what we know. The incident did occur on May the 15th when Jamerson reportedly drove a Chevrolet Impala on North Bluff Road, in Collinsville, while her driving privileges were revoked due to previous DUI offenses. She has been charged with aggravated DUI, a Class 4 felony, and endangering the life or health of a child, a Class A misdemeanor. Jamerson was granted pretrial release, and charges are based upon probable cause, with all parties presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Road improvements are scheduled for Edwardsville neighborhood starting October the 15th. Here's what we know. Edwardsville Assistant City Engineer David Circo has announced that road improvements for Berkshire Drive, Gloucester Drive, Nottingham Drive, Surrey Drive, and Surrey Court are set to begin October the 15th, pending weather conditions in Edwardsville. Chris Brothers Asphalt will carry out the project, which is expected to last about 2 weeks. Local access will be maintained, but residents are advised against parking on the roads to minimize delays. Circo emphasized that while residents will have access to their properties, they may need to use alternate routes at times. For inquiries, you can contact the Edwardsville Public Works Department. In a thrilling weekend of high school football, Edwardsville triumphed over Belleville East 20-10, while O'Fallon edged out Belleville West 18-15. East St. Louis dominated Alton, winning 57-0. Other notable results include Calhoun's 32-0 victory against Pleasant Hill and Brown County's impressive 60-39 win over Jacksonville Route. In the South 7 Conference, Cahokia defeated Centralia 28-17, and Collinsville narrowly overcame Marion by a score of 48-38. And as the seasons progress, local teams continue to showcase what they have in store as playoffs start to creep right around the corner. Also in the news today, the Internet Archive, renowned for its Wayback Machine, has faced a significant data breach this last week, compromising around 31 million user accounts. Founder Brewster Call announced that the incident on X, that a cyber attack on the 10th of October rendered the site inaccessible. Compromised data includes usernames, emails, and encrypted passwords. Services were currently halted as the organization upgraded its internal systems to ensure safety. Users were alerted by a message that appeared on the site referencing the breach and its implications. And through a thorough investigation, a timeline was still unclear. The Internet Archive is prioritizing its enhancements to prevent future attacks. Finally, in the news today, Illinois' archery deer season is underway, and the Department of Natural Resources is reminding hunters of key dates, regulations, and safety practices for the season. Illinois' statewide archery deer season opened on the 1st of October in counties with a firearm deer season, and west of Illinois 47 in Kane County, archery hunting will be open for 3 periods: October 1st through November the 21st, November 25th through December 4th, and December 9th through January the 19th. Archery season runs October the 1st through January the 19th in counties with no firearm deer season, including Cook, DuPage, Lake, and east of Illinois 47 in Kane County. Only antler deer may be harvested during the October 1st through 31st period of archery season in Champaign, Douglas, Macon, and Moultrie and Piatt counties to improve the deer population in those areas. An antler deer is defined of having at least one antler 3 inches or longer. Hunters should also note regulations regarding harvest limits. Illinois statewide regulations allow 1 deer per archery permit. No hunter, regardless of the quantity or types of permits in their possession, may harvest more than 2 antler deer during a year, including the youth, archery, muzzleloader, and firearms season, except as allowed during the special chronic wasting disease season, the CWD season. For this harvest limit, deer season are in the same year if their opening dates are within the 12-month period that begins July 1st. For hunters planning to harvest on public land, please review site-specific information on Hunt Illinois, as site and species regulations may be restrictive in the state or in the county. Hunters are reminded to safely use tree stands while hunting this season. Tree stands are the #1 cause of hunting-related accidents and fatalities in the state of Illinois. Go online for a tree stand safety refresher. You can visit the IDNR online website for more information about deer hunting regulations and to access the 2024-25 Digest of Hunting and Trapping Regulations Guide, annual deer harvest reports from 2012 to 2023, and that CWD information also can be accessed on the website. At 10:10, that's what's happening around the Riverbend. Let's take a look at our weather. I'm out of breath today, man. 10:11, it's 50 degrees, and boy, it's beautiful out there. Feels like 53, humidity at 68% today, sunny to partly cloudy and cold. Tonight, partly cloudy and colder. Temperatures are going to reach about 62 degrees today. They'll drop down to 44 overnight as we head into Tuesday. On Tuesday, a high of only 58 degrees. It is hoodie season, and I'm feeling it, and a low of 32. On Wednesday, a high of 61, a low of 37 degrees. And on Thursday, a high of 65, a low of 40. And on Friday, a high of 70, a low of 44 degrees. You can stay up to date in real time all the time by going to RiverBender.com/weather or by calling 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane, your local State Farm agent. While I have you, Denise Sparks is the woman to call for all things junk removal and trash pickup needs. I tell you what, I see more and more of those purple and yellow trash cans. It's like almost, I told her the other day, I said, Denise, it's like one of those, The Shining, where they just all keep popping up. It's like one of those Twilight Zones. It's not anything spooky. You know what it is? The fact that Sparks Junk Removal cares about their clients. That's what does it. Everybody always asks for the secret to a successful business. It's hard work, it's caring, it's compassion, and making sure that you're going to do what others aren't willing to do. And that's what Denise Sparks does each and every day of the week. Whether or not she's helping you get that hot tub out that's been broken down since the Lewinsky scandal in the 90s. Maybe it's that darn basement that hasn't been cleaned out since the financial crisis of 08. Maybe you were renting a house to somebody that turned into a hoarder situation. They're compassionate. They'll walk you through it. They'll take care of it in an environmentally friendly way. They're truly the best. I mean, there's nobody else to look at. What I think's great is the fact that they are really monitoring their trucks. They make sure those trucks are netted down so there is no trash flying off the back of those, and they're making sure that our environment is as clean as it can be. Plus, with their warehouses, If you're somebody that just maybe is newly single, maybe are living on your own for the first time, whatever your situation is, they have some wonderful furniture pieces at a discounted rate that they have pulled from some of their hauling jobs. And I'm telling you what, it is beautiful furniture that you should be paying top dollar for, and you're only going to be paying just to pay for the storage space. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, every day is a great day when you call Denise Sparks, because she's there to care about you, whether you need her for junk hauling, demolition, or rubber tire dumpster services. Well, they'll drop that sucker right off. I'm going to be using that here shortly. You wait and see, and I'm taking pictures to prove it, and because I got to get a bunch of dirt out. I asked her that question on the show out of my basement, but it's services like that, plus that weekly trash service that's got people talking and talking and talking about the great work that Sparks does. SparksJunkRemoval.net. Start your journey with the Queen of Junk, now the Queen of Trash, today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Oh, 10:17. Welcome back, Daily Show. How you doing? Oh, man, I'm telling you what. I got the biggest kink in my neck. I think that's what caused my darn migraine, man. I'm telling you what. I was dying last week, but I'm alive now. Hey, on this date in history, the big one. On this date in 1066, the Battle of Hastings was fought on this date. King Harold II of England was defeated by the invading army of William, Duke of Normandy, in the Norman conquest, establishing Normans as rulers of England. That happened on this date in the year 1066. One of my favorites, Dwight Eisenhower, was born on this date in history, the President of the United States. And I got that book somewhere. I'll have to bring that in and show you whenever we do the segment with Lacey. I might try to find that book for Wednesday. That was a really cool piece of Alton history. On this date, in 2012, 2 days after arriving at Los Angeles International Airport, the Space Shuttle Endeavour reached its final destination. the California Space Center. Its 12-mile journey through the city had required trees to be cut down and signs to be removed. On this date in 2007, the day that the world started to get a little bit less intelligent, the reality TV series Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered. The show's huge popularity helped make various family members major celebrities, including Kim Kardashian. On this date, I'm being nice. On this date in 1964, Baptist minister and social activist Martin Luther King Jr. was named the winner of the Nobel Prize for Peace, cited for his work involving the civil rights movement and social justice. That's a big one. On this date in 1964. On this date in 1947, American test pilot Chuck Yeager became the first person to break the sound barrier in 1947. I wonder how that flight was. Man, that would have been cool to witness. On this date in 1944, German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, ended his life by drinking poison following the discovery of his connection to a conspiracy to assassinate Adolf Hitler. He ended his life by drinking that poison on this date in 1944. On this date in 1943, some 300 Jewish laborers at the Sobibor extermination camp in Nazi-occupied Poland staged a revolt, killing several SS supervisors and Ukrainian guards. Many inmates died, and the camp was subsequently dismantled, but that happened on this date in 1943. On this date in 1908, the Chicago Cubs beat the Detroit Tigers to win the team's second World Series championship. They did not claim their third until 2016. On this date, in 1644, English Quaker leader and advocate for religious freedom William Penn, who oversaw the founding of the American Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, was born on this date, October the 14th, 1644. Let's take a look at music, shall we? On this date in 2020, Post Malone won 9 awards, including top artist at the 2020 Billboard Music Awards, held at the Dolby Theater in LA. While many artists performed in person, there was no live audience due to that COVID pandemic. Also, on this date in 2007, Tom Petty. His documentary made its debut at the New York Film Festival, Running Down a Dream, and here's a little bit of the trailer for it. This premiered on this date in 2000.
The Epics was too corny a name, so we picked this really terrible one. Mudcrutch. The success comes and then anything could happen day to day. It was high adventure.
There you go.
1978, if Tom Petty said leave Fleetwood
On
Mac, come and join
this date in history, the Tom Petty documentary Running Down a Dream, it premiered at the New York Film Festival. It was a 4-hour documentary. Man, I love Stop Dragging My Heart Around. I just saw Stevie Nicks on that trailer. That's a great one. On this date in 2007. On this date in 2006, one of the great ones, Freddie Fender. The Tex-Mex singer died of complications from lung cancer at the age of 69, and everybody knows him for Wasted Days and Wasted Nights, and this #1 in the U.S. in 1975.
I wish you
this song.
Both the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. But if he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrop ever start, I'll be there before the next
teardrop falls. A 1975 U.S. #1 hit single. Man, my grandpa and I used to have so much fun when he'd play that in the car. That was a great song. Great memory. On this date in 2003, Ozzy Osbourne started treatment for Parkinson's disease-like tremors and postponed his forthcoming European tour, the veteran singer said in a statement. I've been in Boston for 3 weeks having medical tests for a tremor, which has become remarkably worse over the last 2 years. That happened on this date in 2003. On this date in 1988, Def Leppard became the first act in chart history to sell 7 million copies of 2 consecutive LPs with Pyromania, their third studio album released in 1983, and Hysteria, which became the band's best-selling album to date, selling over 20 million copies worldwide and spawning 6 hit singles. On this date in 1977, David Bowie released his 12th studio album, Heroes, the second installment of his Berlin trilogy with Brian Eno, other releases being Low and Lodger. Heroes continued the ambient experiments of Bowie's previous album, Low, and featured the contributions of guitarist Robert Fripp. The album was later named NME Album of the Year. On this date in 1972, Michael Jackson had his first solo #1, which was also a #7 hit in the UK on this date in 1972 with Ben on this date in history. Joe Crocker and 6 members, I don't know what I'm reading today, of his touring band were arrested after a concert in Adelaide, Australia, when police discovered marijuana and heroin in their hotel rooms. The group were not charged, but instead given 4 hours to leave the country. Take it and run. On this date in 1971, music publishing firm Arco Industries filed a $500,000 lawsuit against Creedence Clearwater Revival singer John Fogerty, claiming that this song contained substantial material copied from Little Richard's Good Golly, Miss Molly, and the song they're referring to, it's this one. I could see it. Yeah, I could see it. Okay, that's kind of a little bad. I could see why they'd get sued for that one. The suit was eventually dropped, but I bet you if they had more money in the coffer, they could have kept that sucker going. I would have taken them down. Anyway, on this date in 1969, an arrest warrant was issued for the singer of this song.
You saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart.
Frank Sinatra. On this date in history, the arrest warrant was signed, and my notes are telling me it was due to the relation of connections with the mafia and then, all the investigations that took place afterwards. Not with him, but just with everybody, it seemed like. That happened on this date in 1969. On this date in 1968, the Jackson 5 made their national TV debut on ABC TV's Hollywood Palace. And, here we go. In 1957, although it was banned by U.S. radio stations for its suggestive lyrics, the Everly Brothers had their first #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Wake Up Little Susie, a #2 hit in the U.K. On this date, in birthdays, anyone good? Cliff Richard. There you go. Born on this date in history, and that's about it. Alrighty, it's 10:27. Why don't we do this? We'll come back with the All-Star Award, and then we'll have our conversation with the Small Business Development Center to wrap up the Monday right after this on Riverbender Roku TV.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganaz Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganaz Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganaz Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
.31, welcome back. All-Star Award for you. So, listen to this. A Las Vegas man spent nearly 23 hours going up and down the stairs in his home to break the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to ascend and descend the height of Mount Everest on stairs. This is a record. Sean Greasley had to climb and descend a distance of 29,031 feet and 5.5 inches on the stairs in his home to match the height of the world's tallest mountain. He live streamed the attempt on YouTube, and it finished after 22 hours, 57 minutes, and 2 seconds. I would go crazy. I mean, you thought The Shining was bad. Good God. Greasley added in some of his own rules during the attempt, including never touching the banister while on the stairs, since you wouldn't have that on Mount Everest. You wouldn't have stairs in general, son. Okay, anyway, that happened. Next. This isn't an All-Star Award. I'm just kind of bummed out it ain't me. A South Carolina man working in Michigan decided to skip his trip to the casino and instead won $2 million on a scratch-off. Good trade, but you could have doubled it on the slot machines. Michael Buckner, 58, told Michigan lottery officials he bought his winning ticket about 10 miles northeast of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and he's using the winnings to pay his bills and share it with his family and the talk show host in Alton. Oh, that's nice. A nice cushion to his savings account as well. It's not us, though. We have a winner. Fat Bear Week has a winner, and we have a reigning, defending, undisputed champion. Grazer has been named the winner a second year in a row. Way to go, Fatso. The park said on social media that Grazer, officially designated as Bear 128, won the second consecutive competition, beating out other favorites, including longtime rival Chunk number 32. What about this? A crash on a California highway caused an hour-long traffic jam when when one of the vehicles lost its load of potatoes on the roadway. Sweet potatoes. California Highway Patrol posted on social media that traffic was brought to a standstill when a crash involving a truck caused the vehicle to drop hundreds of sweet potatoes on the roadway. And we got two brilliant minds to end on. I'm just going to show you this picture. Can I show you this? Is this going to allow me to do so? Okay, I guess it won't. That's fine. A Canadian speed eater and idiot added another world record to his name by eating 2 pounds. Let me raise this up here. I gotta have some leverage. By eating 2 pounds and 7 ounces of hot sauce in 3 minutes. He's also now in ICU. No, okay. Mike Jack, who holds multiple records for speed eating and drinking, broke the record for most hot sauce eaten in 3 minutes on the same day that he broke the record for the fastest time to drink a Capri Sun with a paper straw at Guinness World Record headquarters in London. What is the time for that? I actually want to know more about the Capri Sun. Okay. Jack used a spoon to eat 2 pounds and 7 ounces of sriracha hot sauce in the allotted time. Oh my gosh. A lot of people say your butt must burn. After you did the challenge, Jack told Guinness World Record. He says, I've actually never experienced that before. It's a genetic mutation. It's my superpower, I guess. And now I can't eat lunch. Finally in the news today, I wanted to show you this. Let's see if it'll... I thought we had a video. Do we have a video? Hold on. Stand by. Stand by for a special news bulletin. Oh, okay. We don't have a video. Okay, well, that's sad. An annual event involving dirt, beer, and cash once again drew dozens of eager competitors to the ski resort in Maine on Saturday. More than 30 couples competed in North American Wife Carrying Championship. Do I know somebody that could win this one? A 278, you know who I'm talking to, a 278-yard race during which contestants splash through water, leap over logs, and trudge through mud. I am doing a segment here. Back off. All while carrying their partner like a sack of potatoes. I have seen this happen so many times on 3rd Street in Alton by many people. Many couples could do this, and not just men and women. I've seen wives carrying husbands before, and it's a feat. The sport's origin isn't exactly politically correct. It's based on the 19th century Finnish legend involving a man known as Raken the Robber. And we don't need to go into all of that because I just don't want to go into all of that today. But most participants use a technique in which the wife is carried like a backpack. I'll show you. We got to go through the photos now. This is interesting. Can I click? Thank you. Gosh, just want to show. Oh, my goodness. All right, so here we go. Here's how they carry here's the carrying, okay, of the wife, okay? Here's how they carry these wives. Okay, so that one... As you see, the over-the-shoulder, almost like how did the, come on, CJ, the British Bulldog, you know what I'm talking about? The Steiner brothers, you know, they had the electric chair. That's kind of what that looks like. Or like a a last ride from The Undertaker, you pick them up and you come down. That's kind of that's one technique. Same couple. That's the same couple. I need different see, they have the same technique too. That's the backpack technique, I'm guessing. And that is the backpack technique. Okay, see, that's a smarter technique. I like that one a lot better, just going through some of these. So there's the technique. I mean, they got a lot of mud to trek through. There's another one, that kind of electric chair, maneuver, I think. But look at that guy. Man, he wanted to win. Anyway, there you go. So that's some of the techniques here. Getting back to me on the screen. Anyway, the champion leaves with the weight of the wife in beer and 5 times the wife's weight in cash. Okay, someone's going to get hit in the mouth. That is not an okay way to give prizes out. The champion leaves with the weight of the wife in beer and 5 times the wife's weight in cash. That is not okay. To estimate the amount they win, the winning wife is put on one side of a seesaw-like scale that organizers balance out with the other side with cases of beer. There you go. That's the All-Star Award. That's the best one we've had in a while. We'll take a quick break. Our last interview of the day with Joanne in the Small Business Development Center after
Macias
this.
Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Hey, mama, don't you treat me wrong. Come and love you, daddy.
Monday morning, wrapping up at 10:35 with one of our final interviews of the day with the Illinois Small Business Development Center for the Metro East at SIUE. Joanne, how are we doing this morning?
Doing great. Thank you so much, CJ. It's a chilly morning.
It definitely is. I was a little bit surprised when I got up today. On a couple of days ago, I had the chance to talk to one of my buddies, Andy Ambrose, who was a part of the judging portion of the small business competition. Fill me in on how the progress is going so far and some of the participants this year.
Yeah, so Andrew is a great partner, and he's a mock pitch judge. We actually have our mock pitch, practice pitch judging today at 2 p.m. Yesterday, Sunday at 11:59 p.m., the 18 semifinalists now had to submit their business plans. And today we have the mock pitch. So in about a week or so, we will announce the 11 or 12 finalists. So we're getting to the very end. I'm already planning for next year, sending out letters of support and trying to get those prize dollars and in-kind requests out there so that we can have another great year. And it just never ceases to amaze me how it just keeps growing. You know, more applications, more recognition and just support overall from the business community and so forth.
And I'm sure too, especially at this kind of exciting time with technology and what could be done with it. I'm sure there's some really exciting, participants in this. And just take me to some of the innovation that you're seeing that could be, just right here awaiting us in the Metro East. If if we just kind of waited out a couple of years and see them continue to develop.
Yeah, excuse me. You'd be surprised. There's not honestly a whole lot of like tech innovation, but we do have a lot of food this year, a
Really
lot of food
cool.
related businesses. So, for example, Smokehouse Jellies. So they're creating a habanero and fruit inspired jam. We have Kay's Cakes. So they do cinnamon rolls and apple cake and just lots of different tasty desserts that definitely fill that waistline. We do have a application, I guess in the tech world, we have Drama Llama. They provide content for just boy love is what it's called. So it's a very unique, very Asian inspired. You would say there's a lot of interest there in the Asian community too. So lots of different businesses, but really you see a lot of the traditional types of operations for the most part.
Well, and I'm sure every year it's got to be just inspiring for you and all the other judges as well, just to see everyone putting their passion to work. And now during the mock pitches, take me through how that process works, because that's got to be really exciting and really one of those moments to where those participants really gain a lot of insights regardless of how it goes.
Exactly. So the whole competition is really built towards exactly that, where they get mentors, they get to learn about the business plan and the pitching. So regardless of the outcome, they're learning a lot and they make a lot of great connections. Today in the mock pitch, they're practicing a shortened version, 2 minutes of their final pitch. So 11 or 12 of those 18 are going to move on and do a full 5-minute pitch. But they're going to get a lot of great feedback from the judges. And then, the executive summary, the business plan, and the mock pitch are all going to be combined into that final score.
Really cool. Well, and what's it mean for you, each and every year this competition happens, to realize, some of the valuable ways that, the center really does help its participants and individuals alike?
Well, I think it all comes back to those relationships, just really being able to, help these businesses from the very beginning and seeing where they are, a year, 3 years down the road. We had a winner couple years ago, I guess now. They're in their 5th year of business. They are a non-emergency medical transport company, Jewel Ride. And they've gone from, just a couple vehicles to I think about 25 or so vehicles. And they've got probably 35, 40 employees or so.
Wow.
So they're
It's
doing
incredible.
great and growing.
That's incredible. Well, and I think it's really important too for folks that are listening right now and maybe have just started their small business or in that early planning stages of opportunities that the center does provide throughout the year to gain knowledge and really just learn more. And there's a ton of stuff coming down the pipeline. Joanne, fill me in.
Yeah, so we're gearing up for our 2025 calendar, but we still have our starting your small business workshop this week in Lebanon. We're going to be in Granite City next month. And then December, we're going to finish off the year in Mascoutah. So we do those starting your small business workshops every month. 3 times a year, we do them virtually. So January is a webinar, and then July and August, usually just because of kids out of school, vacations, all of that.
Right.
We just try to make it convenient. And then we do lots of other topics. So there's a financial literacy program that we are hosting every quarter with Commerce Bank. They have a great platform called My Milestones. We just did a podcast 101 webinar where my expert went through, setting up your podcast and what to be thinking about as you get started in that for your business. So that was fantastic. And we do have a little podcast studio here in our office. So people can definitely take advantage of that at a very low cost and, just market their business and so forth. So, besides the one-on-one relationships and advising our clients, again, all confidential, no cost. We do probably 3 to 4 workshops and webinars a month.
That's really cool. And how can people stay up to date on all that information and find the best spot that's closest to them or what would work best?
Sure. So if they just go on our website, siue.edu/SBDC, or they can follow us on, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And if they're a client or a partner of ours, they're going to get emails pretty much every day or two about those sessions coming up. And on the website, we try to keep it at least 90 days out so you can plan and register and get it on your calendar as early as possible.
Well, and with the calendar starting to creep closer and closer to 2025, what are some of, as we have a couple of minutes left here, what are some of the questions and some of the concerns that you're hearing right now, from business owners that maybe have been around for a little bit and are needing a little bit of help, or startups alike? Because it seems like this is really that kind of weary point for so many in any business.
Yeah, it's really the same thing almost in every situation. Financing, it really comes down to just cash flow and being able to have the funds you need to get started or to grow. But then, really with our established businesses, I'm seeing a lot of, hiring needs.
Yeah.
So a lot of my established companies are looking to grow their staff and help them maybe take some of that load off of them for marketing, sales, labor, whatever it might be that they need help with. So just guiding them through that process and understanding some of the regulations and rules that they have to follow as they hire and all the paperwork involved. And, we have the university, so we can tap into interns and student projects, et cetera. So there's lots of opportunity there. And then workforce development, if we can't tap into students, workforce development is a great opportunity that can help them find the talent that they need.
Well, and honestly too, Joanne, I'm really kind of curious too. With so many folks now starting to find that more efficient option, especially because, we've seen those Facebook posts and those social media posts for people just needing help that badly. I've started to see now that maybe some folks are looking for maybe an easier way to maybe instead of hiring somebody, using some type of software. And are you seeing that question come up anywhere, when someone's reaching out to you? Because I'm seeing so many new products coming out, it seems like, for, AI or whatever coding you want to use. And it's supposed to help that process. But is that hitting us yet in the Midwest yet, or do we still have a few months?
I don't think we're probably in the thick of it. It's probably not to the full extent, but I am seeing, a lot of companies really trying to look at software and other things for efficiencies. So we're getting there. I think, for example, right now on Zoom, we can do AI summary, and it basically takes notes, and we can use those notes to follow up with a client, or you put it all in our CRM, whatever we need to do. There's Calendly, you can easily send a link and get people on your calendar. You can use Chat GPT for a letter, or maybe some ideas on a Facebook post. So there's lots of ways that you can use AI to help your business. But I think, it still takes time, and it's still new, where people are, still kind of figuring it out.
Absolutely. It's always great to get your insights on this. And honestly, I'm really excited to see how the second round of the competition goes. And you have to fill us in as we get closer and closer to the winner. And now, when does the final round take place?
So we will have the announcement probably around the 21st, 22nd. And then on the 28th is when the final pitch occurs. And then we'll make the announcement of those top 4 winners. And then there's 4 supplemental prizes. So really 8 of those 11 or 12 are going to go home with something.
Really cool. Joanne, it's always great talking to you. Have a great rest of your Monday. And I can't wait to talk to you again soon.
Thank you so much.
We'll take a quick break here on this Monday morning. More of our daily show comes your way next as we wrap up the 14th day of October, right after this on Riverbender.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Oh! We're coming back with some developing news this was over the weekend, but wanted to make sure that all of you are aware of it. Before we start that, let me make sure that we correct all of our lower thirds. Out of Shiloh, Dan Brannon, content director, reports the following. A 16-year-old male is recovering in the hospital after being shot multiple times in a gas station parking lot. Here's what we know. The incident did occur just before 8 p.m. on October the 11th at King's Mart, located at 1551 Hartman Lane in Shiloh. According to investigators, the victim briefly entered the convenience store before collapsing outside. He was transported to a local hospital where he is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The police department has taken one into custody in connection with the shooting. Authorities have stated that this individual is not the shooter. I repeat, the individual in custody is not the shooter, but had prior knowledge of a planned assault at the gas station. Police are actively searching for a dark gray Kia with heavy window tint, which they believe is connected to this incident. Law enforcement officials have indicated that this was not a random act of violence. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities urge anyone with information to come forward. The Shiloh Police Department phone number is 618-632-9047. Oh, that's about all we got left in the tank today, but thanks for hanging out with me. We got a busy show tomorrow, so hang out with me then, too. Man, we are full for weeks and weeks to come. I'm excited. Plus, guess what? Coming up in about a month and a half, my week and a half, 2-week break. I'm excited for it, but I'm more excited to see you tomorrow, so join me then. Until then, try your best to stay out of jail.